So now we will see Sport Mods, same format. First Elmquist towing qualifier will go to the inside rows, 4 on back. The second one will be the outside rows, 4 on back. Let's take a look at your starting grid. Going to be the 13 via Curtis Bieber out of Polk City, and the 26 is Jason Carney out of Boone. Jeremiah Reed from Otho, Iowa with a 9J, and the guy who's $10,000 richer after his Thursday night run to the Captain of the Creek at the 141 Speedway in Francis Creek, Wisconsin. That's Matt Avila from Boone. Going to run number 3 to the inside, the 3Ws, Chris Webb from Roland and Jocelyn Elmquist out of Boone, the 18. 69K is Caden Rice out of Mitchellville and Brett Thomas from Walker, the 82T. Jacob Ashley out of Hartford, the 33, and the old machine is Brian Morris out of St. Charles, Iowa. Going to the next row number 7 will be Matt Grawl from Fort Dodge in the 511. Oh, did I miss row? Yeah, I missed row 6 there. Joe Reitz out of Dunlop in the 1 junior, and Bradley Ivy out of Williamsburg, the 7. Now to row 7 on your screen there. That's going to be the 511 of Matt Grawl from Fort Dodge, the 69 of Travis Klindle out of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. R.E. Scouten out of Lincoln, Nebraska, the 24 R.E. and Sierra Rose Geary out of Marshalltown in the 99. Those are your cars and stars for qualifier number 1. Welcome to a little live look-in. Colton, this is the first time in 15 years I've announced on the east side. This is like a whole different view over here, Colton. Usually I can sneak we're playing telephone up here tonight. I got to pass my messages through Colton down to Josh. Where usually I just open the door and tickle him on the back of the neck. David is a little different here. I feel weird. I don't feel secluded. I feel like people may not still like me. I don't know. Here we go. The green's up. 10 laps the distance. Down the back straightaway we'll go. It will be that 2X of Matt Avila to the race lead. Bieber working second. Like we said, top 9 are going to be there. So they'll work them off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Avila followed by Bieber, Elmquist. Then the 9J of Reed is 5th. Right now, the 9 car of Morris on the bump spot. Field of work down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Remember, just because you're in the top 9 doesn't mean you want to quit racing towards the front, because the further forward you go, the further forward you start tonight in the feature. Down the back straightaway to the 18 of Jocelyn Elmquist looking for the deuce. Working off of 4. Avila, now Elmquist into the number 2 spot. Cautions out. Got Sierra Rose Geary over the top of turn number 2. Logue Fabrication caution flag is waving. So field working around under the caution flag. So as they work in there, Sierra Rose Geary, unfortunately her night is done, as bringing out the caution flag. So here we go, getting ready to go to the green flag. 6 to go. They'll work down the back straightaway. Avila followed by the 18 machine of Elmquist. Right now, watch that 69K, and that is your bump spot. Battle back there. Rice bumped out, now bumped back into the number 8 spot. Jeremiah Reed in the 9J, the 13 via Beaver. They battle for the number 3 spot. Webb, Reitz, and Rice back there battling for 7, 8, 9. He'll hurry off at turn number 2 and out of back straightaway. Going to be Reed there hauling the mail in the number 3 spot. Followed by Thomas in the 82T. Feel the work down the front straightaway. Brett Thomas working the bottom of that 82T car. 9J right there to the outside. They hurry down the back straightaway. This time, green flipped high to the air. 2 to go for Matt Avila. Your race leader battle still on for third. Going to be the 9J of Reed up on the outside, followed by Thomas on the bottom, the blue and white 82T. Feel the work down into turn number 3 and 4, down the front straightaway. The white flag's out, 1 to go for Matt Avila. RE scouting right there, coming to the inside of Caden Rice. Battle for the transfer as we come to the checkers. It's going to be Avila. We'll pick that 3 wide battle up off of turn number 4. Who's going to make the show? Who's going home? Down the front straightaway. It's going to be 9th to the 24 RE of RE Scouting. 8th to Caden Rice. 7th to Chris Webb. 6th to Curtis Bieber. Joe Reitz goes 5. Jeremiah Reed 4. 3 Brett Thomas. 2 Jocelyn Elmquist. And Matt Avila picking up the win. Here we go. Heat race qualifier number 2. Getting ready to come to the Speedway. Going to be all the way from Jamaica. Denny Pittman, the 58 car, and the 193 Josiah Taylor. The 4 Gage Hilgenberg out of Waukee, and the 8 of Tommy Lathrop out of Ottumwa. Row number 3, it'll be Hunter Longnecker, Woodward, Iowa. The 17, Kyle Free out of Ogden. Chris Onstadt from St. Charles in the 20C, and the 7M of Steve McLaughlin from Newton. Tyler Carey from Nashua and the 9R, and Spencer Leonard, the 110S out of Winterset. The 95 is Camden Haggart from Humboldt, and Aaron Denny out of Auburn in the 18A. We'll see Tyler Mashman out of Stanwood in the T51. Nick Morris out of Bellevue, Nebraska, the 11H. Mason McNett out of Argyle, Wisconsin, the 13M. And Jackson Elmquist from Boone in the 18B. Second verse, same as the first. Finish first through 9th. You go to the outside 9 roads at tonight's feature event. Looks like somebody might be getting docked a couple spots. Logan on the radio. We'll see what they call. Off with 2 down the back straightaway. It'll be Josiah Taylor up around the outside. Down the back chute side they'll go. Pittman and Taylor. Gage Hilgenberg going to race right there. The 4 car. Battle right here. Ensuing for the lead. Taylor, your leader. The 59 or the 58 machine. Got the yellow on. Got one stopped in the top. So Jackson Elmquist apparently getting together with the 18A of Aaron Denny. So the 11H of Nick Morris out of Bellevue, Nebraska, apparently not getting the gas cap on tight. Leaking fluids out of the rear, so we have to assume that's fuel. Jackson Elmquist getting his first black flag. Let's see. Great to have you tuned in for a little live look in on Facebook Live here on IMCA TV. Hard to believe. Watermelon Classic and the P1P Challenge tomorrow, next Saturday. And then the Saturday after that, which is 2 weeks, will be the Napa Auto Parts Double Down Prelude to the Super Nationals and night number 1 of qualifying for the IMCA Stars Mod Light Division. And then then in 3 Saturdays from now, we'll crown 4 Super Nationals champions. And then in 4 Saturdays from now, we won't be here. Yeah, we'll be over at Boone too. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but BJ Charleston checked in watching. Princess Emily tuned in. It's cranked up on IMCA TV. A little live look in here in Elmquist Towing. Qualifier number 2 for your sport mods. Up, here we go. Off a 2 and down the back straightaway, going to be that 193 of Josiah Taylor, your race leader. Taylor on out front. They'll rip snort off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Here comes Gage Hilgenberg. Hilgenberg in the 4 car. Going to work to the top of the racetrack. Now they'll fan it out 3 wide for the race lead with Taylor. Now the 58 of Pittman and the 93 of Longnecker. Oh, Kyle Free had the doors shut on him. He'll free it up, though, and keep it in the number 6 spot as we work down to the east end of the racetrack. Danny Pittman looking for the race lead down the back straightaway. Pittman, the 58 car. Josiah Taylor, your race leader. Pittman. Then it is Longnecker, 1, 2, and 3. Great run up front here. Taylor trying to keep him at bay as they thunder the back straightaway. Field of work off at turn number 4 and down the boulevard. 5 down, 5 to go for your race leader, Josiah Taylor. But for how long is the 59 of Denny Pittman going to be right there? Still pestering him down on the bottom of the racetrack. It will be Taylor up on the top side, keeping him at bay, but for how long can he do it? When will Denny Pittman find the oomph to get around, and Hunter Longnecker just hanging on there, trying to make something happen? Down the back straightaway, they'll go into turn number 3 and 4. Kyle Free going to lay that 17 down there on Gage Hilgenberg. Pulls a little White Castle move on him. As they move and shake down there. Watch here for the battle for the race lead. The 58 of Pittman still on him. The veteran, the old hound dog out of Jamaica. Seeing the green go high, knows he's got 2 laps if he wants to start row 4 on the outside. Taylor right there, the 58 of Pittman, the 93 of Longnecker. That's your top 3. Side by side, white flag coming, 1 to go. 193 of Josiah Taylor. Down the back straightaway they'll go. Into turn 3 and off of turn 4. Taylor right there. Can he keep it up? Can he do it? Yes, he can. It'll be Montford's Ford Checkers for the 193 of Josiah Taylor. Going to be Taylor, Pittman, Longnecker, Kyle Free, Gage Hilgenberg, Brett Thomas in the 8, Tommy Lathrop in the 8, the 9R, Tyler Carey, the 13M of Mason McNett, and Steve McLaughlin. Tuned in, there is Elmquist Towing qualifier number 2. Oh, what'd you say, Ian? Yes. So I do believe coming up next will be the American Iron Racing Series, the Ayers cars. We'll get them ready to come to the racetrack. Driving the 5 now. These are the old. These are what used to run back here back in the 60s and 70s. The old iron that tore across every local dirt track throughout the weekends. Little throwback. Great looking hot rods. Great to have the American Iron Racing Series, the Ayers cars with us, 21 of them here tonight. Going to see J.J. Scott out of Iowa City in the 5 and Bart Miller from Clarence in the 501. Most of these cars out of the eastern Iowa area. Robin Atkins driving the 16 and the 322 is Connor Quigley out of Frederica, Iowa. For Mechanicsville, it'll be Scott Moffitt, the 61, and also Warren Wethington out of Mechanicsville, the 2A. Steve Olson out of Preston, driving the 63. Paul Howard from Davenport, the 15M. P51 is David Bielenberg out of Charlotte. I wonder if he's related to Mitch. I know he is. B07 is Brian Stock out of Bluegrass, and Travis Heyer out of Anamosa in the 68. The Ayers cars getting ready to go. Green flag's up. Here we go. J.J. Scott out of Iowa City in that 5 car. That name sounds familiar to some of you older race fans. That is because it's the old 23 car. Whoa, he's had some laps here. J.J. throws that big old lead sled down there hard and almost got her crossed up. The old P51, little smoke screen action there. Great to have you tune in on IMCA TV, like my little buddy Tanner Padilla watching out there in Silvis, Illinois. We'll see Dad John here in a couple weeks at Super Nationals. Ayers cars ripping and snorting on around. J.J. Scott, 501. Bart Miller right there. 2 at the back. He's got a fender rub. Well, he's lost a wheel, running a fender over, or what he's got going. But you got a big race right here behind that 16 machine of Robin Atkins out of Clarence. 2A under the black flag for mechanical issues. Watch this battle right down here in front of you. The 16 machine of Robin Atkins, the 322 of Connor Quigley. Right behind them is 3 wide, the 63 of Steve Olson. Yellow is out. Yellow's out. Logue Fabrication caution flag coming out, I believe. Yes, the 2A machine of Warren Wethington out of Mechanicsville, not making it up off of the racetrack. So that's going to send one of the tractors up there. Oh, now he got moving. So field working around under the caution flag here. Logue Fabrication yellow flag waving on the racetrack. So the 16 machine of Robin Atkins pulling off. So if you haven't figured it out yet, this is just, I mean, it is exhibition racing, but it's not. These guys put these things together, and they'll race them. They ain't afraid. I've seen them wreck. I've seen them roll over. They'll get after it, just like the mod stock cars and sport mods. Field a race on down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be J.J. Scott, your race leader. Scott out front, followed by that 501 machine of Bart Miller. '15, the Davenport racer of Paul Howard. That 15M car working it up there on the top, that old Torino. Ooh, believe he might just knock the right front tire down. Green flag whip into the air, 2 to go for J.J. Scott. And yes, flat right front on the 15M of Paul Howard. White flag out, J.J. Scott, the Iowa City racer. Spent many, many, many Saturday nights here in a modified. He'll bring that old hot rod around off of turn number 4 to the Moffett's Ford checkered flag. It'll be J.J. Scott to the win, the 501 of Bart Miller, then followed by the 63 of Steve Olson and the 322 of Connor Quigley. Your top 4. Ayers Heat Race number 2 going to come to the racetrack. We will see Leighton Porter out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota in the 49, and Doug Burkhead out of Muscatine in the 74. Dan Thompson, Cedar Rapids, a 0, and Jason Blunt from Monticello in the 10. Tracy Quigley, the 22Q out of Waterloo, and Bryce Yoger out of DeWitt, the 42. Oh, I know I'm going to murder this name. I did for so many years. Roger Sielinski in the 39 from Waterloo, and Bruce Ferguson, the 67 from DeWitt. Starting there, back there in the final row, going to be John Logue, old 5-time. John Logue back behind the wheel, the old 69. And Jeff Blunt from Monticello in the 86. So that's 69. John Logue right there. Car the same style car. Didn't look that good the first car that he raced here, but they built that car. Old Chevelle there. John got started off years ago. Of course, 5-time Super Nationals champion, multiple-time track champion. Of course, we see the Bobcat running around here, but over the years, been the old Locomotion, been the Ghost. Now it's 5-time. It's John bringing the Ayers cars to town. Says, watch this. I'm going to come from the back and win this old hot dog contest. Here we go. On down into turn number 1 and 2, 74, Doug Burkhead. Working that 49 of Leighton Porter out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota. Watch the 69 already on the move. John knows how to get around this place. Working on around, like you said. I ain't afraid to lay some right side romance to it either. Look at John Logue. Here he comes. It's like he never stepped out of a car. Whoa, hang on. Here comes the old Mustang to the bottom. Old 5-time right there. John Logue in the 69. Battle for the lead. Got the green Mustang, the 74 of Doug Burkhead. Burkhead, your race leader. Oh, watch Logue gonna set to the bottom like he did so many Saturday nights. You got a new leader. John Logue to the race lead. I guarantee you there's a smile a mile wide behind the helmet of that 69 car. John Logue working there. Now the 74 of Doug Burkhead out of Muscatine pulling up Gimp. Logue, your leader. The old 22Q of Tracy Quigley. Tracy picked up an Ayers feature win over at the Benton County Speedway a couple weeks ago on a Sunday night. Getting around in style. John Logue, your race leader. Feel the work gone down this time. We'll see the green flag go high to the air. 2 to go for John Logue. Second will be Quigley. Third, the 49 of Potter, excuse me. Then that 0 of Thompson. Started this one in the 9th starting spot. Wasted no time coming to the lead with a white flag in the air. John Logue going to take it off a 2 and down the back straightaway. When that car first started, story tells, said the old wine me, dine me. You know what to do me. Working it off at turn number 4. Moffett's Ford checkered flag for John Logue. Quigley going second at the line. Oh boy, I think the 39 might have got him. Of Roger Sielinski out of, he's either 3rd or 4th. There you have it. John Logue from right here in Boone. Picking up the win. Did her from the 9th starting spot in the old 69. So John Logue getting her done here tonight. Having a good time. Well, for those of you who are watching on a little live look in on IMCA TV, time to head out and get her purchased on up. Head out to IMCA TV. Get her purchased on up. Join us for championship night here tonight as modified qualifiers coming to the racetrack. All right, here we go, Ian.